Mr. Bowtie's Texas High School Sports Machine is driven by Henry Finley and McCombs Ford West, a proud supporter of all area local sports. McCombs Ford West, simply the best.
Kellen Mond's a heck of a player. You'll see, hopefully he gets the opportunity. And if he doesn't, I know he's going to learn a lot under Kirk Cousins. So if we get the chance, looking forward to get a chance to hit him.
Hey folks, Mr. Bowtie here. Keep banging home that subscribe button on your screen so that way you can stay up to date on all the great local sports coverage not found on TV or in a cheap web stream. And don't forget to hit me up on Twitter at Mr. Bowtie 1982. It's fast, it's free, and you're going to make my dogs think I'm the best person in the world. Thank you so much and enjoy the show. San Antonio native Kellen Mond gets ready to start year number 2 in the NFL. Last year, we unfortunately did not see a lot of him as he only got to play in one game. And there's Kellen Mond right there. He's anxious to get started on year number 2. And Kellen, first off, good to see you, and definitely hoping to see a lot more of you this year. How is the training camp been going here in your sophomore year?
It's been great. I've been looking forward to it for a long time. Came in and put a lot of work this off season. Put in a lot of work and learning the new playbook. And, I think we're all growing as a team. So I'm looking forward to growing with them as well.
Last year, you played, I believe, one series in one game in Green Bay. I know a lot of us were thinking we might see you more. How did you stay patient being a backup really for the first time in your career?
I think just understanding what my role is on the team and, just making sure that I'm prepared whenever my number gets called. So obviously I can't complain or, pal, this is a business. There's really no transferring, I guess you could say, how you could and if you're in college football. So, just got to be patient, wait your turn, and be able to capitalize when your number is called.
Yeah, you started 2 years at Reagan, started your senior year at IMG, started all 4 years at A&M. What was the biggest adjustment going to the NFL in addition to not being the starter for the first time in a long time?
I think just a business atmosphere. And, I think whenever you're in college, you usually think that college is a business. And it may be now that, NIL deals are, going through the roof. But, once you get to the NFL, you realize it is a business and, everything, especially at the quarterback position, must be handled diligently. And just in terms of your preparation, the way you take care of your body and, what you do on the field. So I think it's a business type of atmosphere, and but I'm looking forward to it.
Ironically, the one game you did get into was a Sunday night game in Green Bay where it was nice and cold, and you got to go up against the guy that was the starter your freshman year at Reagan, Ty Summers, who's now a linebacker with Green Bay. First off, did you get a chance to talk to him in either one of those games, kind of the Reagan quarterback reunion? Did you get a chance to talk to him at all?
I talked to him before the game for a little bit, and I actually meant to talk to him after, but there were so many people, running around, and I couldn't find him, so we weren't able to catch up.
The game itself, you got one possession. I think it was a couple incompletions and then a punt. I mean, what was it like when you finally got a chance to step out of all places at Lambeau Field on a Sunday night when the entire nation was watching you?
It was a great feeling. It was a cold game. You're not really used to that, especially me coming from Texas. But yeah, it was a cold game, and I would just try to capitalize on what my opportunity was at in front of me, and and just try and learn and grow from every moment that I can.
The NFC North kind of feels like San Antonio. You're with the Vikings. Summers is with the Packers. Josh Reynolds is with Detroit. I mean, what does that help when you have this bonding of San Antonio guys that are in one division that's not anywhere near Texas?
Yeah, it's actually pretty unique. And, I know Ty and, with the LA Rams, a lot of their coaches and film coming over here, I've been able to watch a lot of Josh Reynolds from his days out in LA with the Rams. So, he was a really good player. I think we're all really good players and have a lot of potential in the NFL.
Year 2, new coach, probably a new system. Now it looks like you're finally going to be ingrained, at least as number 2. What's the difference coming in this year with a new head coach and a new philosophy versus last year when Zimmer had been there for quite a while?
I think one of the biggest things is, whenever you're first drafted, 2 weeks later, you're pretty much learning a full playbook, and then you're coming in for rookie minicamp and OTAs. And then this year you come in and you have, 5 to 6 weeks of preparation and learning a playbook where you don't really have to go out on the field. It's just pretty much learning, and then you're able to go out on the field, 6 weeks later. And I think I used that time period really wisely, and was able to come in and learn the nuances of this system, and been able to continue to grow from that. So I think that's one of the biggest, reasons I've been able to come in and learn the playbook quicker than I did last year.
Kirk Cousins has been the starter for a while. He's not quite strongly ingrained as other players. I know you never want to talk about your teammates, but I mean, just the thought on eventually getting a chance to get in there and get more than one series in a year.
Like I said before, I think, my role of the team is, I know I'm not the starter, but whenever my time comes, I have to make sure I capitalize on it. And, Kirk's done a tremendous job, and, with different teams. And so, my goal right here is to pretty much help him. And, if my opportunity pops, and I must capitalize on it.
I'll get you out of here on this one. When I talked to Ty Summers at his camp that he holds yearly down here, I asked him about when you got drafted first, and he said he was excited to hit you finally. And I know he's still mostly on special teams, and you're still trying to get to the starting lineup. But what's that going to feel like when you eventually take a snap and you see 44 across the way, and you guys were teammates and friends at Reagan, but it's not quite the same when you two go up against each other?
I think I would like to say it would be a great feeling, but I think, my mind will be in many different places, trying to check the different plays and make sure that I'm executing the offense. But it would definitely be a great feeling, and not just him, but also seeing Josh Reynolds and a bunch of other San Antonio guys on the field. So, but yeah, I'll probably be a lot more focused than where Ty Summers is.
Kellen Mond getting ready to start his sophomore year in the NFL. They will open up, ironically, against Ty Summers in Green Bay week 1. Kellen, definitely appreciate the time, and hopefully when it starts to get cold up there, you can send at least a little bit of that cool weather down here, since it's been the middle of summer for about 4 months down here. Thanks for the time.
Thank you very much, Greg.